Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're listening to Breathe by Vladana from Montenegro. Without further ado, let's listen to it. Very atmospheric opening here with the pad. Lovely sound on the piano, really. Deep impact there on the kick drum. A lot of reverb just backing her up here. The pad comes in, we have small piano hits. Nice, nice. Okay, picking up the energy here, we hit on every... Oh, that's really nice. It's a very effective opening. We've added strings, there's a guitar, finger-picking guitar. And we're picking up some energy with the piano as well, with some additional notes. Moves nicely upwards here. And the strings are really setting the tone. The more brighter notes in the right ear. Okay. This percussive wow, this approach, super distinct. Very odd sound design on it, I think. Alright, breaks it up, cue the dramatic strings to really just build into the next segment, I guess. Decent hit. It's not super punchy, you know. I'm not sure if their approach was to have it kind of half-hearted here, but that's what I feel. Vocals going all out. Music could have definitely added some grownness in the backing. Nice hits with the strings, taking over. Lovely flow. Could have been a bit more melodically varied here to just continue. Big drum hits. That's actually quite a nice transition, I think. It really used the vocal to kind of flow downwards to this more dramatic, scaled back breakdown. I like that. Ah, the piano. Lovely. Lovely hits. Really nice impact here from the kick drum. Oh, an 808. There's a nice flow in this. There's a solid amount of energy as well. It's really powerful in that sense. The ending is... I don't know. I kind of... I like this song. It had a lot of good ideas in here, and it was, really engaging, I think. Quite hard-hitting in a sense. But at the same time, I just feel like maybe... it's weird, because I really do think the production here is quite strong. A lot of the details in it are actually really well polished, and I'm liking the sound design they've gone for with a lot of the percussive sounds mainly, and the strings are actually really well sounding. They sound really powerful and very engaging and large and wide in the soundstage. I'm just feeling like the actual choruses, they don't hit as hard as I would have wanted them to. Vocally, they're really convincing and very, she goes all in here. And I think at times the strings really elevate the song when it leads into transitional phases and when they really just get to go all out. But it's at the same time, it's that dynamic, so the strings can't go all out all the time. So when they don't, that's where I'm kind of lacking maybe the punch from... I would say that it's mostly the drumming, I think, and maybe there could have been something additional with... they introduce a guitar early on in the song. I might have just spaced out and not realized if they had a guitar later on as well, but there definitely could have been a more palpable guitar in the backing for the choruses to just really have maybe a little more energy with the strumming and really just kind of sets something to push it forward just a little bit further, because I feel like it's holding back a little bit music-wise while she's going all out with the vocal, and then the strings come in and going even more all out. So I'm just feeling like, sure, there's a flow in that and such, and that it moves quite nicely, but it just feels like there's this little thing missing to just kind of push it up to being that really hard-hitting and powerful chorus for this like emotional ballad. It's not quite there for me, and it's really hard to just describe exactly what it is that's missing, and especially when you just hear it once, but I really do feel like it just needs something additional to really just push it that extra little bit further. And I also think like maybe something that is missing as well is like the melodic intonation isn't quite as clear as I would have wanted it to be. The chorus melody isn't one that has stuck with me now for the first listen at least. It doesn't really feel like that engaging type of melody just, and the way that it works on the chords, it's not like the chords are really carrying a lot of character here. It feels rather simple in many areas, just songwriting wise, and I think that holds it back a little bit as well, because you don't really have anything to latch onto. I think the strings are like the main thing that I really latch onto in the song, because they're just this fantastic movement of like this monumental kind of tone in them. But I just think melodically maybe the song is lacking something, especially in the choruses. I'm liking like parts of the verse. There is this one chord in, I don't remember where we were now. There's just so much, but there is one chord in the verses that is just, you know, has this specific character that just really adds some suspense into where we're going. It doesn't just stick to the simple predictable chord progression. So there's an attempt in there, but they could have definitely incorporated more variation with the chords in the chorus to just add a little more character, I think, and a little more life to it. Because right now it's a lot of just belting out long notes and really just kind of trying to hammer home the vocal. But if there would have been more, maybe more, I wouldn't say carefulness, but more detailing done with the melody and with how it works with the chords, and maybe vary it a little bit to make it more engaging when it actually moves between the chords. I am terribly sorry, but my recording just stopped because the camera ran out of memory, so I'll just have to wrap it up really quickly here. What I was saying about the actual melodic writing of this is when chords move in a specific manner, you kind of want the chords to just keep themselves refreshing a little bit, and the vocal melody has to work on top of that in quite a cohesive manner. I just really feel like that's where it's missing a little bit, because the intonation of the melody isn't quite as, what would you say, like as instant and as impactful as I would have really wanted it to be. And I think that really comes down to how it relates with the chord in the song. I need to listen to it again and really just take in what actually happens here. But I think there is just this one little thing missing in the song, and I think melodically it's not that engaging for me personally. I don't really remember the melody, and I would have definitely maybe add some more, like the rhythmic approach on it as well could be something that holds it back, because rhythmically it's a lot of flow and a lot of like legato, but not a lot of staccato, you know. It's not very distinct in its rhythm, I think, and that's also one thing that could drag it down, because the melody in the chorus, I don't feel right now that it's too memorable, and that could just be because there's not really a variation and a combination of working with rhythms in a manner that actually works with the backing track as well. It could have been more rhythmically engaging to just really hammer home a specific rhythm and a specific just punch at certain places that really just makes you remember it further. I think that could be something that sets this song back a little bit as well. But to summarize, this has been a really messy video just because of this problem, but whatever. To summarize, I think this is a really good effort. I really like how dramatic it sounds and how they've used strings in this song, because it's really impactful in that sense. And I'm positively surprised, really. Even though I don't think it's, you know, flawless, I think this is a strong effort, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it on stage as well. It's quite an enjoyable song in my opinion. So that's probably all I have to say. Now, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.